We go, introducing in the red corner with Bobby Scrivano, former world-rated flyweight, originally from Nigeria, now living in Brunswick via Fitzroy and Sunbury. On the comeback after 8 years in semi-retirement. Fought on a big Stephen Peak show 10 years ago at 94.05 kilograms, black trunks with white trim. Would you welcome Mike Olalekan? Olalekan. And across the ring with Ned Viza-Elger, Michael Dugina and Keith Ellis, his mentors. From East Doncaster, ranked in world of boxing, #1 cruiserweight challenger in Australia. The former Victorian cruiserweight champion at 90.65 kilograms. 15 fights, 10 wins, 8 by knockout. Would you welcome Costa the Rock Chondros? Malcolm Bulney, your referee.
That tells you what is involved with Costa Chondros when he fights.
But Olalekan has the X factor here, Stephen.
He's got an X factor and he looks stronger, and he's trained by Bobby Scrivano, and he may well be possibly a better fighter.
Hasn't been in the ring for 8 years.
No doubt there'll be more ring rust than the Titanic.
Well trained at Doherty's though. Very, very well trained at Doherty's, Peaky.
Yeah, but the other thing is this Costa Chondros is not regularly active either.
Promises to be a beauty.
In peak physical condition, Olalekan, isn't he?
Olalekan there at the moment, being patient.
An all-action fight.
Yep,
big hitters.
Yeah, you know that Costa, he's got, I think it's the right hand, it's got the A-bomb in it. Once he lands them, and as Costa has shown, 8 out of 10 didn't get back up.
And the left hand has the nitrogen bomb.
Yes. He's waiting already, Costa, for that big punch.
Here he is.
Before he even delivers any.
He's got explosive punching capabilities, evidenced by his 8 knockout wins.
He doesn't fire off any exploratory punches, as Costa. It's most of it's just waiting
all or
for
nothing.
It's waiting for the big bomb to drop.
I tell you what, he got caught with a big right there.
No damage done though.
Looking good.
Mike Olalekan has a chiselled physique, gentlemen.
From originally from Nigeria and living, Howard Lee said, living in Brunswick, Fitzroy and Sunbury, so a busy boy around town.
Brunswick via Fitzroy and via Brunswick to Sunbury. Mike just tapping a few left hands into Costa to let him know he's around.
And you happy with the boxer's attire in this particular fight, Stephen?
Interesting there.
Don't start. Don't wind him up, Zanners.
We'll have a closer look at that in a minute.
Some nice.
Olalekan working away at the body, hanging on though at the same time, and I think Malcolm Bulney might have a word to him about that.
Chopping him down with the body shots.
Holding your man steady while you deliver some poundage. Not quite within the rule book, gentlemen.
Now you've seen Chondros on certain fights, Peaky.
Yes, I've commentated several of Costa's fights. I fought him, dismantled Jimmy Cheetah a number of years ago. Jimmy was, at that point, went up in body weight to fight Costa. Oh, nice left hand from Olalekan. Oh, when the headlock comes on.
Yeah, looking for a rest. When that, I was going to say something else. When that headlock comes on, they're looking for a rest.
Olalekan, nice left to the chin of Costa Chondros.
Down the chin, but no electricity to worry about there, Troy.
No, but jolted Costa.
It did jolt him.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit.
Whacked him onto the ropes there too.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Nothing wrong with Costa. A little bit.
Olalekan first round for 8 years, Peaky. I reckon he should be
just made him a little bit alert. That one. Yeah, look, probably Olalekan won that round. I think just. There wasn't a great deal of work done by either of them, but Olalekan got through the quality leather.
And the crowd really starting to rev up here, Peaky.
Yes, they're starting to sing something here. 5-3, so you can't get too far behind on points at a fight like this. You've got to stay with the game.
Stan the Man Longanides in town.
Yes, Stan the Man.
He was blowing kisses to Troy Zantuck 5 minutes ago.
Was he? Stan will be. I'll be commentating with Stan at the Power Play Gymnasium Joe Nader show in the Croxton Park on the 15th of
Is he commentating
April.
with you, or are you commentating with him?
I'm commentating with Stan the Man. Yeah, always
Tarek Solak here. He was up in the
champion.
ring before.
I always bow to the champion.
Great kickboxing promoter Tarek Solak,
Yes.
the Heartbreaker, one of his big
International
fans.
kickboxing promoter Tarek.
Powerful punching there from Olalekan there, Sanders.
Built like Adonis, Olalekan.
Isn't he?
He gets a rush of blood, doesn't he? A bit Olalekan at times, where he hangs on and punches, or he just doesn't worry about the rules a great deal. Just gets the leather working big time.
You're saying he's flouting the rules of boxing, are you?
No, not deliberately. He just gets himself. He gets into a zone. He gets into his own zone. That's what he gets into.
It's called the Olalekan zone.
What is?
Plenty of cylinders in the engines for both these boys.
Yeah. Costa at the moment needs to do a bit more work on Olalekan. You know, fairly significant weight differential too on these boys. Oh, Olalekan did catch Costa with a left of the jaw. I think it was. They're in close. Olalekan is pushing forward on Costa Chondros. Sort of pushing forward. I don't know whether or not that was warranted. Oh, now Costa Chondros has got a cut on the left eye. I don't know whether that came from a punch or how that happened, that cut. But there's some blood trickling from it.
Olalekan.
To the side of the left eye of
He's a
Chondros.
surprise packet of Olalekan.
I don't know whether or not that wrestling was required.
Yes, was the Greco-Roman hold from Olalekan.
Yeah, it was clumsy though, Troy. It was a clumsy situation all round.
Landing some, absolutely, both boys landing some big blows at this very moment.
And that cut could be significant in how it landed too.
Copped it. Olalekan has thrown a big right.
Oh, Costa got a couple of nice punches through the guard of Olalekan just to let him know he's around.
He's been rattled though, Chondros.
Olalekan zeroing in on that cut. Zeroing in.
The hard yards, not taking a backward step. Olalekan, a magnificent comeback. 8 years out of the ring.
Oh, a slapping left from Olalekan did no damage though.
They're throwing some big punches, Stephen J.
Yes, when he's in the position to do it, although he's... Olalekan's very open here for Costa. If Costa can deliver some artillery here, because he just ever so slightly dropped those gloves down a bit, Mike. He's in the black trunks with white piping, thin white piping on the side of the trunks. Olalekan I'm talking about.
Oh, a big one there by Chondros.
Big punches being thrown.
Chondros is warming to his task here, I think.
They're both concentrating on the watermelon.
Chondros, at least that blood isn't causing him any trouble, but he's got a massive mouse starting to grow underneath his right eye, Chondros. A massive mouse growing ever so slowly there that might find itself, well, you wouldn't want to see that eye closed. It won't be enough time for that to be a concern, but by golly, the ice packs will be on that cheekbone tonight. You can bet on that.
The ring girl's got a couple of nice mouses too.
In all the right places.
Simmons is going to come up to this battle. Thank you, Rick. Take great support for your family. Simmons,
It's good. Did you tell him to put it on? How come they didn't have it on? Idiots.
seconds as we approach round 3. High-class action.
High-class action. It is too. Yeah.
Round 3.
Don't turn it down. You'll be putting this on. Jeez, they're going at it, Zanners.
Yeah.
No backward steps tonight. The whole show's been action-packed.
A test of endurance, Stephen.
Yes, test of fitness. Particularly with Olalekan, hasn't been in the ring for 8 years. We'll just see how he goes. But has been training like an absolute star at Doherty's, and they're under Bobby Schiavano, and Bobby, one of the best in the business.
Yeah, who's he sparring down there with, Stephen?
Jumps in with anybody, Peaky.
Max Schmeling.
With the hardest steel.
We have to dig him up to get him in there. But,
Exhumed.
what's anybody? Does he wait for them to turn up?
No, he's not scared of the hard stuff, Chondros.
No. Olalekan coming in on Chondros. He's resilient. Don't you worry about Costa.
Costa Chondros.
And resilient count, Stephen J. Peake has said resilient 173 times so far tonight.
Well, that's been
tough fight to call at this stage, Stephen J.
Very tough fight to call because Chondros is holding his own in the ring. Holding his ground. He's wearing a pair of black waterproof style trunks, I might say.
What do you think? He's Aquaman. Waterproof trunks in a boxing ring. Now I've heard everything. Oh, magnificent left hand there by Chondros.
Thing. Oh, yes.
He did too, yeah.
Olalekan's esophagus, you've got to be kidding me.
Oh, spot on it was. Oh, just
Trading
slapping
blows.
it right there to the midsection as well from Chondros. Now Olalekan there gasping for breath as well. And that Keith Ellis yelling instructions at Chondros.
I think the conditioning of Olalekan could come into play, Stephen.
Chondros
I'm
into
thinking
another
the same
gear,
thing at
boys.
the moment.
He's really taking this fight to another level.
Oh, and the clash of legs there more than so than anything when Chondros came in with the right hand and Olalekan jumped down. He jumped into him and...
It was like the synchronised swimming, wasn't it? A clash of legs.
Let's pronounce the Nigerian surname on 7 different...
Oh, uppercut from the Chondros had Olalekan's neck going back.
I thought it might have been the left disc in the vertebrae there, but
well, I'll give you a whiplash claim at the TAC.
Has Olalekan spent his petrol tickets, Peaky?
Oh, another
heavy
punch from Chondros that landed on the I think the solar plexus or sternum of Olalekan.
Plenty of Dijon mustard in those punches, Stephen.
No doubt about that. That's the end of round 3.
Tough nut.
That was a Chondros round. That.
This fight just going up.
Another level.
Another pig.
The whole night's been good, and I have them square on my unofficial card at this point of the fight.
I tell you what,
a square ball game.
She's the favourite. She is dead set the crowd favourite.
Here as we speak.
I got her autograph earlier in the night, Peaky.
Lovely aqua dress on that young lass too, I might add.
It's figure hugging. It hugs all parts of the figure magnificently, Stephen.
Yes, they've got a special word for those dresses, and I can't remember. It's a sheath, I think.
A sheath.
That's what the fashion aficionados would call it.
She's featured in the calendar given out to a lot of the patrons tonight, Peaky. You've got a couple on your bedroom wall. Olalekan, I like his style, but Chondros just getting on top towards the end of that last round. Troy.
This is going to come down to a 2-word situation, aerobic capacity.
Aerobic capacity, hit that nail on the head there, Stephen J.
Oh,
who are you liking at the moment?
Gambona tapping Olalekan on the back like the postman there.
I'll tap you on the back.
Chondros trying to work downstairs and tie Olalekan up at the same time.
It's actually Olalekan.
Right there from Olalekan. Powerfully built, and there's some power in those
punches. From Olalekan found the mark. But Chondros didn't take one step back and is still boxing away. He's a brave, brilliant fighter, Costa Chondros.
There's a little bit of a flamboyance about Olalekan. He's a real crowd favorite.
Massive right hand!
The lights have gone out.
Costa Chondros!
About that right hand of Chondros. That's 9 out of 11 for Chondros, if you don't mind, umpire.
Pandemonium's broken loose at the Melbourne Town Hall, Stephen. Olalekan in Disneyland.
Absolute right hand. And
just a cracker
out of the fight. Watch that right hand. It's got an 8-ball minute. You can play the replay of the whole commentary and you'll hear me say it. He doesn't like to muck around. He doesn't like to prognosticate. He doesn't like to pontificate in a boxing ring. Costa Chondros.
What a thunderous right hand that by Costa Chondros.
And you know that he's not interested in doing exploratory surgery in the ring either. What he wants to do is drop an A-bomb on his opponent.
He delivered a big rock.
And we heard the thunderous collapse of Olalekan into the ring.
Olalekan's eyeballs were spinning.
He dropped Hiroshima and Nagasaki at the same time, Stephen.
No doubt about that. The lad's back on his feet. A big man to drop. Don't forget you're talking about a man who's probably weighing, after last night's dinner, probably weighing about 96, 97 kilograms to a man who's probably come in at about 91 or 2.
Keith Ellis, the trainer.
But
the trainer of the century. Delighted, thrilled.
Performance by Keith. And this man always knows that when he's put in that position, he can do a lot of damage.
He really come from the clouds, didn't he?
It'd be fantastic if
both fighters embracing.
Yep.
I'd love to see that.
Fantastic sportsmanship.
Great sportsmanship.
You'd love to see this man get a bit of sponsorship, a little bit of sponsorship or something to help him economically so he could box full time.
Absolutely.
But see that man box full time. He's a potential Australian cruiserweight champion. Maybe a fight overseas. Who knows?
Well, Howard Lee introduced him as the #1 cruiserweight challenger in Australia.
He is.
So he's still got so much to look forward to.
He's knocked over Olalekan in comprehensive style. He has to be looking at the national title. Has to be.
Thunderous right from Chondros.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute into the 4th and final round. It took one big right hand for Costa the Rock Chondros. Costa come across. Keith Ellis, I heard the call. Look towards the camera there, Costa. Yeah, he said a big right hand and then you threw it.
Yeah, started to listen towards the end. Could have helped if I listened earlier, but never mind, been a year out of it and strong opponent, so awkward. It was awkward, but it was good.
Costa, I just checked the scorecards with the board members, was almost even Steven going into that last round. Did you feel it was close?
Very close. Very close, maybe leading towards the red, so had to do something. Yeah. I have to thank all my sponsors, Advanced Fire Doors, High Rise Carpentry, JZ Lee, all the boys are here. I have to thank my corner, Ned, Mick, Keith. Done a lot. They've all done too much for me. Without them, I'd be nowhere. And I've got to thank my family, all my friends, everyone who helps me. Thank you.
Costa Chondros, a big win here tonight.